Welcome back to another video, guys. In this one I'm going to show you how to make this dragon skull, including the portal. So it includes these thighs either side, very simple, and a bit of the skeleton there. So it looks like the rest of the skeleton is buried. I was going to do a full skeleton, but I think this works a little bit better. It's a little bit easier, obviously. You can decorate it like this, put it in some water, slightly submerged it. You can see I'm using, what is it, seagrass. So it looks quite overgrown there. Or you could use this strategy as well, whatever works for you. It does differ with this head. Personally, I kind of prefer the look of this. But if you want something that falls flat on the ground and allows you to put a portal inside, this is probably better. So I'm actually going to follow my own tutorial for this video, just to make it a little bit more entertaining. So before anyone asks, this is how many blocks this contains. So it's 217. Obviously not all of that is diorite, but essentially you need around 200 blocks of diorite. Obviously 4 blocks, stairs, slabs and wall blocks. So I'm going to begin at the back of the skull. Like I said, I'm following my own diagram here, so I apologise if I make any mistakes. I'm doing this kind of just to see how easy it is to follow my own tutorials. I'm going to have to do this quite slowly, and I probably will make at least a few errors. I apologise as well if you can hear the sound of the wind in the background. It's quite a windy day here. There's not a lot I can do about that. So I've got another monitor up with the diagram that you can see at the top of the screen. Right, this is why I use those reverse video techniques so much. This part's the hardest one, I'm pretty sure. And just so you know, this is my first time doing it, so... Right, 3 down here. Whoops. There we go. So let me know how you find this tutorial. Does it help that you're watching me struggle along? Obviously I'm doing it in creative, so it's going to be harder if you're doing this in survival. Oh, placing these stairs. Oh no. You could do this pretty easily in survival. Obviously you'll make a few mistakes, but in terms of just gathering the resources, it's fairly easy. It's just diorite, and you generally you get a lot of diorite through mining, don't you? So I haven't played survival in quite a while, but the last time I played it, I did seem to get a lot of diorite. So that's the first stage. I'll just switch to the other diagram. Right, so I've got the other diagram up. Yeah, I think this would make quite a nice portal, because, well, the default portal is kind of boring, just obsidian. So if you wanted to make a portal just outside your little house, this would be quite an interesting choice. Like I say, it's quite cheap to make, so yeah, why not make this? Oh god. It's harder than it looks, isn't it? I don't know how people get on with, what is it, the dragon statue tutorial. I'd struggle with that, honestly. I think I have quite a poor attention span, really. I just like to do my own thing, so if I'm doing something like this, it's not something I'm used to. I suppose it doesn't really matter if you get a few blocks wrong. Right, there we go. Repeat that on the other side. I'll just switch to the other diagram. Right, there we go. I just have to, with the other monitor, I have to pause for so that I can switch to the flipped diagram. I could just copy it from one side to the other, but yeah, it does help if you have 2 of them available. So I based the skull on, you see that one, that head, it's quite similar to that but slightly smaller. I did plan to make a full skeleton, but I did the head and then the rest of the body, and I thought, well, the head looks a lot better than the rest of the body because I enlarged the head, but I didn't enlarge the rest of the body because if I'm doing a tutorial for something like that, it's just going to take ages, and are people really going to want to make a massive, huge dragon? Probably not. Right, so that's layer 2. Okay, got the other diagram. I think actually I should have placed obsidian there, and then you can place obsidian there, so it's a perfect circle, as you can see. And then what do we need? Some slabs. Some people don't like, on the diagrams you can see black lines bordering the blocks. Now some people don't like that for some reason, but I would have thought that would be extremely useful. So yeah, this is actually quite easy. I don't know what you're complaining about. I know I've made it originally, but that's not the way I'm copying this. I'm just copying it block for block. I'm not thinking, oh, like, does this look good? Does this look good? I'm just trusting the diagram. I don't know why, but people really seem to like dragons. All the dragon videos I've done, they've all been quite popular. Okay, to the other side. I suppose it is one of the coolest monsters, and it's quite easy to, well, relatively easy to make in Minecraft. Something like, I don't know, a big snake would be quite boring, I suppose, but I quite like Smaug from The Hobbit. They actually designed it initially with 6 limbs, so 4 legs, 2 wings, but I really like the redesign. But technically, a lot of people say technically it's a wyvern, but I prefer that style. It's more realistic, obviously. The animals that fly in the real world, so bats and birds. Let me just switch over. Bats and birds, they have 4 limbs. Obviously pterosaurs, they had 4 limbs. And there was actually a type of flying dinosaur, other than birds obviously. It had membrane wings like a bat, but some feathers as well. It's quite a strange creature. That was quite dragon-like, but yeah, it just seems to be the more realistic design. That's why I would prefer it. So yeah, it's not too difficult, this, is it? I expect no complaints in the comments, because I've done it, so you shouldn't have any excuse. There we go, it's coming together now. Okay. Yeah, I can't remember when I used to play survival, I can't remember how I used to do nether portals. I think it was something that I didn't really bother with. But yeah, I think this is quite an interesting and cheap design, so I think I do prefer that head, honestly. But this would be good if you wanted it to just lay flat on the ground. Whereas if you've got like a hill, just pausing the tutorial. If you've got a hill like that, I think that looks quite nice, especially with that little that kind of mini hill that leads up to it into the tongue. Looks very nice. Where are we? Alright, almost complete. Where's this going? Strangely, this is it's kind of hard to see where they should go. Right. Whoops. And then let's just guess on this side. I think that goes like that. And then I presume it goes like that to finish off. I'm not looking at the diagram, I'm just guessing, so. Right, that's the finished thing. Yep, that's right. Right, I've just realised I've missed some parts out here. So if you do this, it's no problem. Just come along and copy it from the other side. It's funny that I missed that out. I suppose when you're doing this, well, it's just quite easy to do that. And then, where is it? Oh, it's so hard to get in here. There we go. Right. And then you can put these fires either side. So there's just some netherrack. I didn't know that they changed the texture for netherrack. I've just found that out. So there's just an anvil, netherrack, and then you can place signs around, which kind of looks like makes it look like it's contained, obviously lighted in there again. That's how I make the diagrams, by the way, in case you're interested. Very, very simple, very easy. So yeah, if you want to decorate it, you can do it like this. Just put some like foliage around, or you could just put it on a hill like that. Put some stone stairs up there going into the portal. So hope this tutorial was okay. I certainly found the diagrams to be useful, as you can see, proving my point there. I hope you're all doing well, and as usual, thank you for your support. Thank you for any nice comments.